Welcome to Incubate. Today we are going to show you how to set up a product from scratch. So let's begin. First of all, this is the dashboard of your Incubate admin panel. So if you go to the products, you can see the list of the products which are already customized and which are not customized in your store. All the products that you have in your store, you can see them here. So let's start with the test product. For example, this is a test product, and it is not customizable yet. So let us make this product customizable. So first, click on make it customizable. Now, at first you need to set sizes. So you can see there are three types of sizes: open sizes, adult sizes, youth sizes. Youth sizes is for the for products which are meant to be meant for kids and teenagers. Adult sizes are the sizes of the products which are meant for the adult, and open sizes is for all, regardless of the age difference. So let's start with open sizes. So let's create a new size set. And first we need to name the size set. For example, sample size set. And then let's add sizes. So small, medium, large, and here you can see extra price. So what you can do, you can assign price to various sizes. For example, for large size, you might need extra material to produce, so you want to charge extra. So for that, you just click on the extra price on the large and add the price as you want. For example, $2, and then you click on create. So now you can see the size set has been created. There are total 3 sizes, as you can see. And now let's now for the next part. It's called printing types and pricing. So let's start from scratch. If you want, you can add printing types which are already pre-installed here. If you click on them, so you can see the printing type has been added. But let's just start with scratch. Let's start a new printing type. So click on add edit printing types and click on add printing type. First you need to name the printing type. So let's name it sample printing type. And then in the basic pricing section, you can add some basic pricing. For example, setup fee. This is the price you want to charge. If you want to charge your customers an additional amount for the setup fee of the printing type, you can do that. So let's give it $5. And you can choose to charge setup cost for each and every color in the printing type. If you want to, you just click on yes if you want to, and if you want a fixed charge for the setup fee of the printing type regardless the number of colors, then you can also do that. You just click on no, then you will your customers will be charged a fixed amount. Or if you click yes, then they will be charged individually for each and every color that you choose. So then you can add this. So for example, if you produce something in bulk, the overhead cost it reduces. So you can, if you want to add if you don't want to charge your customers to be charged extra for setup cost more than 100 units, so you can do that. For example, if I put 100 here, so your customers won't be charged for the setup cost if they order a total unit of 100 products or more than that. So they won't be charged setup cost. But if they order anything less than 100 units of product, they will be charged that the setup fee that you have stated here. So then there is initial price for text. So this is the initial setup cost for the text. If your customers want to add text, and then if you want to charge them an initial setup cost for them to add text to their product, So you can do that. You just put a value here, and they will be charged that initial setup fee for adding text. Then initial setup price for graphics. So let's also add some price here. So now if your customers add a graphic, they will be charged an initial setup cost for the graphics they have added. Then text and graphics initial price. This is if you want to add an initial price regardless if it is text or graphics. So these two sections you have set up. For this section, they will be charged only for text. They won't be charged for graphics if you keep this amount 0, and they will be charged for graphics if you put an amount here, and not charged for text if you leave this amount 0. But if you want to charge a setup cost regardless of the text or graphics, so you can do that here. So let's so if you put a value here, then regardless if they add a text or a graphics, they will be charged that extra amount. So for full color photo print price, here for an extra price of added color photos, this is counted if the customer selects the uploaded photos as full color in the uploading editing window. What it means is that if a customer uploads a photo which they select it's a full color image, then they will be they will be charged an extra price here. So this is the section where you can charge that extra price. And then there is price per character for text. So what it does is for each character of the text that they add, they will be charged a price. So for example, if they type hello, HELLO, that is 5 letters. So if you put $1 here, so they will be if they type in hello, they will be charged $5 extra. Each character will consist of a dollar. So this is how you can, if you want to, you can charge your customers for each character for text. And then price for per name. So in the Design Lab page, you can see there is name and number section. So if you don't want your the price, if you don't want your customers to be charged extra here, but if you want your customers to get be charged for every name they add on the product, so you can charge that amount here, and they will be charged the amount you put here for each name that they add to the product. And same thing goes for the numbers. And here price per square inch. So here, if you want your customers to be charged an additional price for every square inch of design or text that they add, so you can do it here. So if you put a value here, so what will happen if you if your customers put a name, put on a text or a graphic, if they increase the size, they will be charged per square inch according to the size of the graphics or that text. So here is the basic pricing. Then there is printing color. So this is the color section of the printing type, the sample printing type that we have created. So you can see by default there are 2 colors, white and black. You can add new colors. So you just click on new color and just click on the color swatch, and you will see that there are pre-installed colors here. So what you can do, if you want, you just click on the color here and it will be added. Also, if you want, you can add a hex code for a color. For example, the hex code of a color example. So if you do that, you can see that the color has changed according to the hex code. You can add any hex code of a color if you want to, and that hex code will be added. Then you can change the name of that color. For example, let's name it peach color. Okay, so this is how you can add color to your product. And then you can also add price to the colors that you have selected. For example, you want to charge an extra $1 for the price of if your customers want to use this color. So you just put on the value, and then each and every time they add this color, they will be charged this price. Also, what you can do, you can add texture. to your printing type. So you just click on yes on the texture, and then click on change. And now if you want to, you can add different textures or different colors. Suppose this is a sample texture, so if you add it here, so this texture will be added to your printing type. And if you want, you can also charge extra for your texture. So you can add both textures and colors to your printing type. And then there is the advanced color palette. So if you click on yes for the advanced color palette, this, what will happen when your customers will select a color from your for your printing type, they will be allowed the option to choose any color from the spectrum. It can be any color, so as they will have the option to choose any color from the spectrum. And also if you apply color blending, so what will happen is when someone adds a printing type on a fabric, first there will be a white layer, and upon that white layer, that printing color will be applied, so that the color is more vivid. But if you want to apply color blend, if you click on yes for the apply color blending, what will happen that the white layer won't be applied, so you will be able to see in real time how the color will look upon your product. So you can do that if you want to apply color blending. Yeah, I can show you that that on the front end. As soon as I am finished with the printing type and finished with setting up the product, I will go to the design lab page and add graphic and text, and then show you in live how the color blending works and how the advanced color palette works. Each of these things that I have selected here, it will be shown in the design lab. Okay. So there goes the printing colors. Then for the price per color section, so here you can add the maximum colors per print location, which means the maximum number of colors that you want your customers to be allowed per print location. And then you can then there is quantity, there is price color quantity, so which means that for example, let's say we will allow maximum 3 colors per print location. So from quantity 1 to 9, for one color you can charge them a price of $2, for 2 colors $4, and for 3 colors let's say $6. So this is how you can add price per color quantity. And also the different prices for the printing size. These are for the different sides. For example, you have a product which has a front side and a back side. So different, if you want, you can add different price for the printing side, for the other printing side. So for that one color price, you can change if you want to. It is set by default to the previous price per quantity that you have set. But if you want, you can also change these values. So this is the price per color section, and then there is price per size range. So as you know that we have 3 different sizes of our product. So if you want a size range, so this is the price you want to charge your customers for the range of price. This is not like the price per square inch that we have seen here. This is you will set a certain range. So for example, 5 into 5 inch, that is inches, 5 into 5 inch area, you will charge them, for example, $5. And more than and if you add a range, so let's see, above 5 into above that, from 1 to 9 products, you will charge them $5, and from 10 to 19 you will charge them, for example, $10. So you can charge your customers according to the size range of the printing of the graphic or the text for this specific printing type. And then there is restrictions. So there you can set a minimum product quantity. For example, you want to sell in bulk only. You don't want to sell in retail. So let's say you want your customers to buy a minimum of 50 products. So what you can do, you just add 50 here. So each and every time they are going to check out, they'll need to confirm that they are going to buy 50 units of your product, not any less than that. So this is what you can this is the minimum product quantity that you can set. And also an uploaded image filter. So these are the various filters for the printing type of your product. So let's say that you want your printing type to look embossed. So you can select emboss, and your printing type will be shown in an emboss. And then there are other filters like sepia, gamma, noise, and everything. So if you want your printing types and your graphics and text to look in a certain filter, you can apply that from here.
They're not the printing types, it is for the uploading image. So
Up-
these filters works for the uploading image. If you have just upload an image, then you turn it to a specific filter. If you use
You can use
this what color your customers is uploading image, it will turn into the turn into your specific
Specific.
color.
Okay.
So this is not the printing type. So this is
Uploaded image. Okay, so this is for the uploaded image. This filter is for the uploaded image. If your customers upload a picture, so no matter what type of picture they upload, it will be displayed in the filter you have selected here. So that no matter what type of picture they upload, they will be shown in your preferred filter, so that it's easier for you to print.
Yes, we have one correction. If I said that titles then it is
Mhm.
we have certain type of page colors.
The certain formats of image. Color. Yes, I got it. Colors they have. Okay. So regardless of the number of colors of the image they upload, they will be shown in this filter. Okay. So you can use filter from here. So these are the functions. These are the customizations that you can do to your printing type. So after you have finished with the printing type, just click on save, and now just select the printing type. So you can see, if you remove the printing type, it shows it has been removed, and if you select it, then there is a notification that the printing type has been added. Then there is quantity discount. So by default it will be selected to no discount. There are some predefined discounts already set in the product customizer, but let's start from scratch. So you can create your own discount. So let's say you add a quantity discount and name it. Okay, so you can do it in two ways: percent discount and in fixed discount. So and in percent discount, you can your discount will be given on a percentage basis on the price. So that price can be the base product price, the design price, or the option price. You can select all of them, or you can, like, suppose you want them to charge for the base product price and for the option price, but not for the design price. You can also do that. So let's give it for the base product price, and then add a new range. So for suppose 100 units or higher, you will give your customers a discount of 25%. 25. So now, if your customers select more than 100 units of your product, they will be given a 25% discount for the base product price, as you have selected the base product price. If you want, you can also add design price. So this is how you add a quantity discount and then save it. So now if you select the discount that you have just created, you will be notified that that quantity discount has been added. So then comes to the part of the product color. So you need to add a color set to the product. You can see there are a lot of predefined color sets, but let's start from scratch. So just click on add a new color set, name the color set, and then the same way you added color to the printing type, you just add color to your the color set. For example, let's say we have a few colors. Let's say the color so let's just change the colors to some default colors like black, blue, red. So as you can see, the colors has been added. If you want, in the same way, you can put a hex code here, and it will automatically change the color, and you can also add the price here. So let's just say we have images. As we are uploading a t-shirt, we have images for the t-shirt, for the green color and red color t-shirt. So we'll just if we have the images for those products, we just select image instead of color. If you don't have the images, you just click on no, and you just upload a grayscale image. The app will automatically convert the color of the image convert the color of the product into that color. But if you have the product image in that color, you just click on yes, and you will upload the image. So let's see how we can do it. So we have created the color set, and then say product color. So the color set has been added. Now we need to add images. So just click on advanced settings. So let's say we have two sides, front and back. So we name this side front, and then we add another side, we name it back. Okay, for the front side, first of all, we need to upload a grayscale image for the products that we don't have the colored image for. So let's go to the product page. This is the front. Okay, and we said that we have the images for the green and red color. So just upload the images of the green and red color product. So green front and red front. So now the product pictures has been uploaded. We should do the same for the other sides also. So the grayscale. I uploaded the front side. My mistake. I need to upload the back side. Okay, so the sides have been uploaded. Now for the print area, I just click on the print area and adjust it according to your preference. This will be the area where your customers will be able to upload their cliparts, their text, designs, pictures, whatever they want to upload and customize. This is the area where they will be able to customize the product. The areas that are not in the print area, they won't be able to customize those portions of the product. So this is the print area. Let's create a print area for the back side also. So yeah, So these print areas are set, the images are uploaded, the positions are properly aligned, and just click on save. So now you will get a notification, product is ready for customize. Do you want to activate this product on designer for your users? So if you click on activate now, your product has been activated. So now let's see how all these things that we have added and made changes to affects in the design lab page. So you just go to the designer view, click on the designer view. And you can see the product has been uploaded. So now if you want to change the color, for example the red color, you see the product color has been changed. Also like if you you can see the price, but the base price of the product was $100. Okay, so if we add a text, you can see that the text is in the printing tab that we have created, and you can see the unit price has changed. The default unit price was $100, and if we add a text, the default printing the pricing changes. This is because we did add the printing types and pricing. As you can see, we have added a setup fee and initial price for text, and also price per square inch, and then we have also given a price per size range. So as you can see, all these prices has been added to the total price of the product. So this is how. Also, for example, this is $186, and we also added $2 for the peach color. So if we add this color, see, the $2 are added. So this is how you can see the live pricing of your product according to the pricing that you have set in the printing types. And then let's just add a graphic now. As you can see, as the graphic has been added, and the size, as the size changes, the pricing also changes, because there is a price per square inch. So as you change the size, the price also increases or decreases accordingly. So this is and then let's just delete these. You see the price has been taken back to the base price, and let's just upload a file and see what happens if we upload a file. For example, we uploaded this image. As you can see, the image has been uploaded, and as I said you before, the printing for the printing colors, apply color blending, this portion, as you have asked before. So like, if you can see, the image is somewhat transparent. It's showing how a blue colored image would look if we screen print it in front of the if we screen print it on a green colored fabric. So let's see, if we just click it to no, apply color blending to no, and then save it. Let's see what happens then. So let's just reload this page. And upload that file again. Change the color of the product to green. So you can see now there is no color blending, there is a white page. So the color is not the blue is more vivid. But if we change it to yes, if we change the color blending to yes, and then reload it, and then change the color to green and upload the same file again. So you can see now that there is some color blending. This is a very minimal thing. This is something which is very subtle. So this is how you can show your customers like if they want color blending or not. So if they choose color blending, the white page will be removed, and they will be able to see a more translucent picture. So from the base of the product fabric to the product, and if they choose no, then the color will be more vivid. So this is how you upload a product, a customizable product to your by using Inkibay admin panel. Have a nice day.